Go ahead. I'm not
Native
gonna,
honor hours.
I wouldn't dream of interfering with you.
You always
saying
dream
it.
of interfering me.
That was the old
You
Cindy.
always interrupt me.
I never interrupt you.
Well, we're back.
Unless you don't know what you're talking about, then I'm like honor bound to interrupt you.
You don't know what you're talking about. We're back after a week's hiatus.
Because we both have been sicker than dogs. Us, Monica, you name it, we've had it.
So we're here to get Eric Sherman sick today.
Thank you. They've had a good jump on it with all their hacking and coughing over here.
So we're, the official sponsors of today's show is,
Ricolas.
actually, those are pretty good. You ever had those?
I don't like those. I don't like any kind of coffee. I don't know why.
No, they're pretty good.
Cigarettes work just fine
They work
for me.
and they're good. I would highly recommend them.
So we are online. Hey, I see Wanda Red Ring 3 minutes ago. We're on. Are we on?
She's
What's
the
up,
only
Wanda?
one. Wanda,
You know
tell
what,
your friends.
Kenny, when it's on the phone, can you tell they're listening in? Because my sister watches it on the phone.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
See, I think way more people watch us and we just don't know
Oh,
about it.
2 or 3 more people watch?
Yeah.
Way more, double.
It's triple.
What if we just doubled our?
You know, we've already got an active listener. Hello, Liz. I am going to try and show some of the T-shirts. We'll start out with a few brief announcements.
Wait. I was gonna make the announcement that we don't get more than, what, 6 listeners? I'm gonna quit.
Forever?
Yeah.
Okay. See,
We don't get more than 16 listeners. I'm going to quit.
How is your guys' competition going? Have you had any
I've
sponsors?
been dying. Do you mind? Would you let an old woman die in peace before
I'd be
I have
happy
do
to.
stuff?
Yeah.
I would really be happy to. Go ahead.
Speaking of that, I would like to remind everybody that the suicide prevention walk is coming up October 19th. We'd sure like a big group out there, and we have a picture of the T-shirts.
I probably shouldn't say this, but I will anyway. Wouldn't it be ironic if both you and I passed over and died as a result of this walk?
It's
hacking up
possible.
that hill?
It's possible. It's
That's
2
the
miles.
Suicide prevention walk. We
When
kill
I came
ourselves
back
walking.
from France, I was like ready to roll, man. I was in good shape. Things were looking good. I was really happy.
Sherman was like, no, I wasn't.
Okay,
It wasn't looking good.
Mr. Technology. Would you
She doesn't even know what she's doing with the
figure out
iPad,
this?
Kenny.
How we can show a picture of the Youth Suicide Prevention T-shirt.
Just post it on the Facebook page. Sit
I don't know
down.
how to
She's
share
gonna
it.
carry it over there and put it in front of the
I
camera.
Well, it'll show.
Here is the T-shirt.
There's a delay. There's a delay.
On this one here, it's real
Can you
time.
see it?
Yeah, that's good.
There are the T-shirts for our program.
Those are the T-shirts for the suicide prevention program.
Yep. Hope to see you all there. Remember, if you would like to be involved, please contact Liv. Is that my voice? Is there an echo?
You're the only one talking.
Echo. Because you're eating as usual.
I have a
Ricola.
cough drop.
So yes, we have the picture up.
Are those
We're hoping
free?
to see a lot of people. Nope, $10.
How about if I have like 500 sponsors?
If Ed has 500, Liz is listening. Liz, if Ed has 500 sponsors, can he get a free T-shirt?
How about if I have 100 sponsors?
What's the
You
cutoff
said
limit? How many
500.
sponsors does it take to get a free T-shirt?
Okay.
Yeah, how about if I had 10 sponsors?
No. We want them to make some money. How many sponsors do you need to have
Look at her go.
I know.
get a free T-shirt? There.
She probably
she
doesn't
can't.
know.
She can't listen to it right now. Okay, there we go. All righty. That's all I
So
have
how
to
many
say.
sponsors do you have?
None.
I've been dying.
That's all that meant.
How many
I have
sponsors
two.
do you have?
I have 5.
Monica and your children.
6. Monica
Oh.
and I have my daughter Meredith. out
Well,
in
then you know
Utah.
what? I have 7.
No. This was the
Actual.
rule.
We actually have
I have seven.
She sent the money.
I have $7 in my purse right
And we,
now.
no, we can't, I thought the rule, we couldn't fund this ourselves.
They'll pay me back.
No, that doesn't
That's
count.
still
Okay,
self-funded.
anybody-
Eric, does that count?
No, that does
No.
not count.
Wanda Red Wing, will you and Donnell be sponsors for me so I get two of them? Please. I have Wanda and Donnell. I have
You
my
don't know
sister.
that.
Yes, I do. Wanda is my sister.
Wanda,
I know
did you
I have
confirm
her.
that?
Yes, Wanda, I would appreciate it if you would confirm that because Zendejas is getting on my last nerve.
So what do we bet again?
She says, Liz says, I have 38 T-shirts. I'll say 5. 5 sponsors.
You already got one.
I got me a
No,
t-shirt.
no, Liz, no, Liz.
You
We're
can't
gonna
be going
say,
back in.
yeah,
Let
no,
Liz do her
no.
own thing.
Let's say at least 20.
She's making the rules.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
At least
That's why I
20
call it
for,
the Intertribal Cindy Student Council.
This has nothing
what
to
she
do with
does.
intertribal. This is native studies.
Well, no, the same principle.
would
You
you
make
know?
up all the
Principle.
rules.
How would you know? You
I was
never
there for
come.
2 years.
The
That's
girls are
why.
in charge now. I get to just sit
See,
back
now let's
and
finish with this right
relax.
here.
Let's say at least 10 for a free T-shirt, because I'm co-sponsoring this. Let's say at least 10 for a free T-shirt. We already have one of the fraternities on campus is going to be involved in it, and one of the sororities. So we're having really good luck with it so far.
You know what we ought to do? And I get credit for all of them.
What?
We ought to go to the Saudi Student Association and have them sponsor me.
Why don't they walk? Why don't you have them walk? We need people to walk. Also, Ed, what are we gonna do if it rains?
Carry umbrellas.
Do you
Yeah,
think-
umbrellas.
Do you think we could ask maybe Hyper or Sat Fieldhouse if we could walk inside?
Yeah, you should look into that.
I was thinking, see, there are times when staff makes the call. Let's say, for instance, doing all the paperwork for the sponsored program things. Staff does that. When it's time to make the call for the big things, who does that? Do
You.
they listen to staff? No. That has to be a big dog, and you're the closest I have. How sad for me, Ed's the closest I have to a big dog.
No,
least
you
you're
have
not bitter about it.
Freeman and Ship and Palema. You have a lot of big dogs on your side.
Yeah, but they won't do what I tell them.
And like, I guess I do, yeah.
But I also do what you
Well,
tell me. By
I'll-
the way, speaking
who
of
do I-
that, paperwork done. Winnebago challenge our youth to succeed.
So who
is
should
in the
I
books.
talk to?
I think, I'll find out.
Kenny, I'll talk to Kenny. Kenny can make everything happen. He's one of them computer guys that can go in and hack,
He'll hack it.
and he
A
can
reservation.
reserve that for us.
I have finally learned to write down more information, because I wrote down who to talk to. Now, tomorrow I'll look at that piece of paper and I'll think, what
For Jim,
was going on for that?
2 more words.
For
You're in
Jim.
there.
To where?
You gave up a little soon.
All right, Liz, okay, we're staying at 10. 10 sponsors.
Then I have 5. 6. 6.
Wanda Redwing said, Wanda, no! You will, Wanda Redwing said
Oh,
she will
she's gonna sponsor all
Ed,
3
Eric,
of us.
Wanda!
That's only the right thing
Wanda.
to
It really is
do.
the right thing to do.
Speaking of Wanda, I got the most beautiful artwork last night. Donnell did a painting on a map of South Dakota. And it's teepees and horses, and you can see our little town, Parmalee. You can see it written right there. It's the coolest painting I ever saw. I think I'm gonna buy one of those and donate it for the raffle for powwow, which, by the way, guess what? The girls are already collecting raffle prizes for powwow. And I don't have to do any of it. I love girls. Not that you boys weren't fat. Here's the thing. Boys don't fight. Boys are easier. When you do intertribal with boys, they don't fight, they're fun, but they're really hard to
She
get to
doesn't
do
know,
anything.
Kenny.
She really
Girls,
doesn't. You just said
we've
this wasn't
already
Intertribal
got-
Student Council. It was
Girls, we've
Native
already
Studies.
got Indian taco, two bake sales. The girls are on the fundraising move. I don't have to do anything. I go to the meetings and sit back. I don't have to even talk. I just teach them how to be and eat. Tara brought homemade nachos. Gretchen brought homemade chocolate chip cookies.
Maybe I should go.
brought white man's fry bread, crispy
Well,
green.
nice. Donuts?
Uh-huh. I wish, you know what? We need to figure out how to get cream on the inside of fry bread and then roll it in chocolate.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't that be good?
No, we ought to give that job to Landon.
Oh, yeah.
Get that strawberry jelly inside of the fry bread.
You know, we each ate half a
Just
jar
fold
of
it
strawberry
over.
jelly
Put it in the
on
middle
one
and
piece
fold
of
it
bread. You gotta cook it. You gotta figure out a way to put it inside, like the eclairs.
Take one of those utensils and shoot it in.
You
No,
can do
it's
it when it's
gotta
dough.
be-
Just fold it over, wrap it up, drop it in. You're overthinking this.
And I would like to thank Monica Zendejas. We are, Intertribal Student Council, will be hosting our second annual Indian Market, the first weekend in December. If any vendors are listening and want in, it's going to be bigger.
Wanda's the only vendor, only listener. How come Rebecca doesn't listen to us?
Was I talking? Where's the talking stick? Because he's getting it. At break time, I'm going down to get the talking stick.
It won't matter.
So when you interrupt me, I'll hit you right across the head with it. I know she is, and she's not feeling well. I was just
Look at
kidding.
that face on her. That's
I know.
the death look.
I would never hit Ed, I promise.
As soon
Unless
as,
he really
as soon as you
deserves it.
betrothed her to John Papana, man, it was on.
Don't remember, our radio show can't be too funny today, because if either of us starts laughing real hard, we go into coughing spasms.
Who are we kidding? It's never
Who,
that funny.
you know,
Really.
I think Monica was the main infectee. I think we can safely blame your wife for the scourge of our health.
She was.
So what do you want to talk about? I got nothing.
Well, we got plenty.
I know, I just don't feel like talking.
Then we should just go home.
So you start, and I'll chime in.
Well, shall
Is
we?
there any reason this one's here? Kind of irritates me.
For aesthetic
We could-
reasons.
We could get him sick.
Try and bring you up. Try and make you look a little
We
bit
could,
better.
I thought we
on the
talked
count
about
of three, just cough right into his face.
Oh, he's infected. But I don't want to infect his wonderful children. Okay, so I have one more thing to say.
What do you mean, one more thing to say?
Right.
I'm doing, Cassie's not
Can we
here
hold her
today.
to that?
Our dear Cassie is taking some time off because she's been incredibly busy. So I am attempting to do the moccasin grapevine. We talked about the Indian market.
No, it's not the moccasin grapevine, it's Cassie's
Corner.
corner.
Since she's not here, I'm moccasin grapevine.
It's Cindy's corner.
No, I'm following the.
It's the corner. We gotta
No,
follow.
Whenever I talk,
have
I
to-
follow Big Mamas.
We have a segment. It's the corner. Now, the corner isn't Cassie's today because you're not here.
So
It's Cindy's corner, right, Kenny?
I'm
There's our
sorry, it's
producer right
Moccasin
there.
Grapevine because of Big Mama. So we talked about the Indian market, which if anybody's listening and you want a vendor table, they're $25 a piece, and we're asking that you bring your own tables. We're hoping to double the size of it last year. We're hoping to talk to some people who know what they're doing about marketing. So we're better at marketing it this year. Plus, I think the main thing is you got to put free parking on the flyer. Because I think
I was just going
parking
to
is-
suggest that, especially on campus here,
Mhm.
you're gonna have to have somebody that is gonna free up some parking for you.
We're gonna, you know what, see, that's not gonna happen. That's the sad thing, because everybody on campus has equal rights. Once that community building's done, and that parking, that will be community parking.
Although there's gonna be a space reserved for me. Right, Eric?
You're gonna have the West Wing,
You
I
know
think.
what, you're a director, don't you get one?
Please. But anyway, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Okay.
No, I'm not sorry, but
At the Metro Powwow, which was an amazingly good time, it was a beautiful day. It's so good to just go see and reconnect with people. I saw, of course, Juan followed us around for quite some time.
Kenny's eating those chocolate cookie or donuts up, so better get over there real fast. Look, his face looks like a chipmunk with all those nuts in his head.
I wish we could turn the camera around on him.
What do you got, about 5 or 6 donuts in your mouth, Kenny? Come up for air, man.
Another thing I would
He's
really
committed now.
like people to do, and we're really, really trying to put some of our whatever juju. Do we have juju?
It's Mojo.
Do we have mojo?
We have Maverick Mojo.
We're trying to put some of our Maverick mojo behind.
That's an official term here, Maverick Mojo. Isn't it,
is.
Kenny?
Yeah, you got your mojo rising.
So we're
You know
using
why
a
I hate
Maverick
that?
Mojo.
Because Famous Dave's had a cassette that they played over and over and over every day, all day long. And one of those songs was I Got My Mojo Rising. I just can't get into Mojo anymore.
Can you do an episode without talking about Famous Dave's?
I'll talk about whatever the hell I want to because it's
I
my
know,
radio
I'm just
show.
wondering, can you?
I don't remember inviting you on.
You didn't.
I
She
did.
hates them, but yet she talks about them all the time.
I know.
I'll talk about whatever I want to.
At
Because I'm
Famous
finishing my
Days,
master's degree and I'll do what I want to.
When I
you're
was at
my
Famous
level, you talk
Days-
about what you want to. Well, you're still a child attempting to reach some form of manhood. You'll sit there and be
Ooh,
quiet.
man.
I'm not, though, am I?
Yeah.
Aren't we at the
You'll
same
feel
level?
that.
No.
Aren't you working on your master's as
I'll
well?
be done in December, plus just maturity-wise, baby, we're not even on the same planet.
Yeah, you probably got me there.
So anyway, we were at the Metro Community Powwow. It was a beautiful day. Big kudos to the crew at Metro that put on their powwow, because we know how much work that is. And it was a beautiful day. A lot of people were out. It's just nice to visit. But I was visiting with Pastor Bollinger, and he is having a fall basketball league for Native Americans. Boys and girls teams are forming now, kindergarten through 8th grade. The physical sign-up is at the Native Assembly Church, 3415 Patrick Avenue, October 13th, 3 to 6 p.m. I'll have Monica put this, even I know Monica, who is the technology.
Yeah, I know, she's in here volunteering.
I'll have
for all this
Monaco
work.
put Monaco. I'll have
Monaco.
Monaco. I'll have Monica put this up on the Native Honor Hours radio site. So if you're interested in fall basketball, please do. Pastor Bollinger's got some good coaches. They're real excited about the program. Both boys and girls are
He didn't ask
welcome.
me to coach.
Did you volunteer?
He didn't ask.
Well, see, I think
I didn't
you
even know
just
he was doing
volunteer.
this.
I didn't know until then either.
I'm an experienced youth basketball coach.
Maybe you know some places where they could practice.
I do,
Well, then I'll have Pastor Bollinger get right in touch with you.
but I wasn't invited to be a coach or have a team.
But we still want to help. And if I remember correctly, the last time you played basketball, it did not
I dominated.
end well.
I
Show 'em the
dominated
scar.
that
Show
day.
him the scar.
No, remember we had the South kids over? They thought
Oh,
they was
that's
all
right.
that?
Shows
See,
how,
you even admitted that.
you know what? It just goes to show how out of shape those poor kids were.
No, they don't have, they can't guard the shot. I mean, look at, Sherman's even laughing. And I have, she was like
know,
you.
I did. I mocked him, and then I had to eat my word.
She had to admit. See, and that's only just a fraction of the skills that I had.
Huh?
Yeah, I fully admit it. I'm like, I'm operating like on 2% of what my skills were.
Well, boy, then we are really operating on low.
Yeah, okay. But I'm an experienced youth basketball coach.
Talk to Pastor Bollinger. You're a good role model.
Ask my girlfriend over there.
You're a good role model. I'm sure they would love to have you in some way, shape, or form. But excuse me just a minute. Didn't we, 2 days ago, I think we looked at each other and said, I'm not signing up to do one more thing. The answer is no.
But this is basketball, though. Now she's coughing on me again.
Because you made me laugh.
For the past 7, 8 years, I've coached a basketball team.
Well, then, I will give your contact information to Pastor Bollinger because I have to get in touch with him and tell him
And
we
a,
can't
and a
use
good number
our
of my boys were native boys.
Welcome to the jungle.
So, just saying, I got some coaching
You got some
skills.
skills to pay
You
the
know,
bills.
that's what I wanted to be when I went to college. I went to school to be a basketball coach. And
Why did you
possibly,
not? Because you realized you would never make any money?
Yeah, I kept having kids. And then, you know what it was? I was an education major, and they had a job fair, with all the employers, and so I went to that, and then I went around to the booths, and I'm asking each, especially the OPS, what's the starting pay for teachers? What can I expect? And then like 13.5.
Yeah.
And I was making more than that roofing. And we have 3 or 4 or 5 kids at the time. And I still, I still would have been eligible for every federal program available.
Uh-huh.
Because I would have been under the poverty limit. I'm thinking, I can't do that. I'm not going to school so that,
Yep.
I'd sit there and rely on the government to.
Isn't
I'm
it
like-
amazing once you have kids that most major decisions about your life are taken out of your hands?
So I switched my majors after that. But I wanted to be a basketball
So
coach.
how'd that law school thing work out for you?
Not so well. But, yeah, it did. It worked out somewhat. No, but I wanted to be a basketball coach.
Really?
I did.
My son's doing it now. He's coaching football, though. He's learning what it's like to live on a teacher's salary. Because they don't pay you for football, for all the hours you
No,
work and
but-
everything you do. And
But that was my objective going to college, was to be a teacher so I can be a basketball
it's not
coach.
too late.
To be a basketball coach?
Yeah, why not?
Well, yeah, I can be a youth basketball coach and
Why?
volunteer. No one's gonna pay me to do anything. Not unless your buddy Trev, the women's
You never-
head basketball coach just stepped down here.
Did she?
Yesterday. So if your buddy Trev wants to put me in as the women's
I'll put in a call.
basketball coach, I would do that.
Interim. You want to be the
They,
interim coach?
they put in some, but I wanna be the
You know
permanent.
what, though? Would you really want to be a coach of a group of girls?
Darn right I would.
Oh, my God.
I have 5 daughters.
What happened? Oh, yeah, you could probably do it. I had one daughter.
I
and
coach, you
3
asked my
sons.
oldest daughter, I taught her how to use your elbows.
Oh, what a fabulous thing. to
It
teach your
was.
daughter. Good,
It
good.
revolutionized
I couldn't
her
be more proud of
game. You want me to tell you how I did that? Why I
It
did
is a
that?
good story.
Why I did
It
that?
is a good story.
Which
No, 'cause-
daughter?
My oldest daughter, Brookton.
Well, I'm never fighting with you, Brookton. 'cause
Oh,
now
no,
I
you
know
don't
know
want
how
to.
throw an elbow.
You don't want to mess with her. But I went to her game, it was at, junior high game, and every trip down the floor, it was a jump ball. Because the girls would get the rebound and they'd like this, and all the other girls are just, and I was just so frustrated because it was so many jump balls and they'd hold the ball. So I brought my daughter home and we have a little hoop out in our driveway, and I said, here's what you do. Rebound, down, elbows. I said, don't up here and don't, but here, elbows like this, and you protect the bar, that's yours, and just pivot if you have to. If somebody reaches, you're like this, and I said, you don't have to let them, just grab it. And so we were practicing what to do, and she was like this, and then the next game comes, she was like rebounding elbows, and then her coach got up and had to calm her down because she started to exaggerate, the elbows a little bit.
Don't ever let him.
But it was one of the proudest days of my life as a coach because I
Because
saw
your
my daughter
was
out
playing
there.
dirty.
No, she wasn't playing
Not dirty.
dirty.
Throwing
It's the
elbows is
game.
playing dirty.
No, she wasn't throwing elbows. She was
Protecting the
using.
ball.
That elbow is dancing dangerously close to my face.
Oh man, back in the day, I could get really close.
Oh. All it would have to do is touch, and you would
You know what
hear
else? I was
a
also
banshee wail.
I was also going to be. I wanted to be a cross country coach, and my daughter Meredith ended up being a cross country coach. But I taught my kids how to use not only their elbows, but their spikes to gain an advantage during a race.
Oh my God.
I did, and it helped. It helped 2 of my sons to All-American status when they were running. And
I took ballet, so my dad really didn't have.
You wanna
much
know
do
how
with
I taught him?
ballet. No, I'm afraid to hear.
you know,
I'd
It
like
might-
to hear.
You wanna
It
hear?
might
Yeah,
upset
yeah.
us.
okay. So Kenny's over there shaking his head. Yeah, how do you use your spikes? How do you use your elbow? Say in the start of a race, you know how everybody goes out and it just kind of clumps up like that, and say there's 2 people in front of you, and then you're like this to clear some space out, and then like this, all in the running motion. So if I'm going between you 2, I'd be like this and like that to clear some space out.
And my mom taught me to do this.
The beauty-
and that.
Well, see, then you'd have to catch up to do that. But the beauty of cross country is once they
Excuse
get
me,
you started.
May I just? People are trying to type into us, and we're not getting it on the social stream. What's the problem?
What do you mean they can't type?
Wanda says she's been typing, and it's not it's not showing up.
On the social stream, try to use Facebook instead.
Well, how can we see it if it's on Facebook?
Then you're open Facebook up.
Instead of Native Honor Hours?
Use Native Honor
Well,
Hours.
The Native Honor Hours Facebook.
Facebook page.
Facebook, not the Ustream.
How's that Masters working out for you?
Ooh. Let
December.
me show you how to
say?
use them elbows.
I don't need
As a host,
I can make that one cry with words.
man. So do you want to hear how to use the
Yeah,
spikes?
go
Kenny wants to
on.
learn how to use the spikes. You know, when they converge on you, or they cut in front of you, you know how you stride? You use your spikes on the backside of someone's calf, or you use it to clip their feet as they cut in front of you.
I am very seldom appalled by what you say, but that I am told. You taught them to maim the person in front of them? with
No,
their
I
cleats?
taught them to use their bodies in the natural form of running to use to their advantage. It's just,
Meanwhile, clawing the person's legs in front of them.
You know, and if they don't do it, someone will do it.
yeah. And my sons,
They're a little violent, a little more violent than I would have imagined.
you know, my son that's, in Manhattan right now, 'cause he's telling my son Ruben, because I don't know how much, advice my older son took from me. But I remember he did tell my son Ruben, he said, listen to Dad's athletic advice. He knows what he's talking about. The other stuff he probably said ignore it. But he said, Dad teaches something about basketball or running, he can listen to that.
I'm not listening to you. You lost me after you were cleating other people's children.
Oh, please,
Oh my
Cindy.
goodness.
Actually, I can't hear out of this ear, so we're even. I have one ear that's blocked up. We're
You
even.
tell me about all the fights you get into?
That's fighting.
This is all.
She's lying.
That's different. You know what I remember was my worst time? The boys played select football. And the first time they got their pads, every time I turned my back on somebody, I was getting tackled.
Hmm?
I was getting tackled. They practiced tackling on Mom.
I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, we're going to have fall basketball this year.
Yeah, girls and boys.
How big of a league is it going to be? And are they going to have referees? Are they going to, if they haven't got a place to practice, where are they going to play their game?
I think that this is all just, they're looking for something for kids to do, and then what they want to do with them is like after practices and the games, they want them to sit around, have pizza, see movies, or do something, and then go home when it's time for bed, kind of keep them busy.
When does their
off the
season run?
streets.
Can I get that back, please? I was gonna take it for Eric and Vicky.
When does the season run?
Thank you.
Uh,
Okay, cool.
The season runs, it doesn't
Just
say on
says
here.
The sign-up day is
It's
the
October
13th.
13th,
So if you're interested,
2013.
Well,
So,
don't you
yeah, it
think
would
they
be-
should probably have a gym?
And also, I see, well, they're looking for people to help them do it.
I know,
so,
but you
know,
probably want to secure that before you announce a league.
I have some phone numbers too.
There's phone numbers on there to call. What they were waiting to do is waiting to see when the coaches could actually coach. I met that young man, Tony Colvin. He really seems like he's got his head in the right place and is really excited to work with the kids.
But does he know how to teach them how to use their elbows?
And spikes.
Pastor Bollinger, if you're listening, I would just like you to know that I wouldn't let Ed anywhere near the kids. I'm just saying.
I am a very good coach.
I bet you are. You're a good teacher.
You know why?
Why?
See, because I've changed
I
over
just
the
said
years.
something nice about you and you let it pass.
Thank you very much. I've changed over the years. Wherein before I was very competitive. Ask my wife.
And you're not now?
Well, I've changed my focus.
Well, boy, you must have needed therapy at some point because you are one of the most competitive people. And you get that look on your eye like, it's on.
Self-therapy. No, I see the value of.
Monica
playing
has one of
and-
those little shot collars. And when he gets aggressive, she's bzzz, bzzz.
See, here's my philosophy of coaching.
Oh, you have a philosophy.
I do.
I am impressed.
Do I want the kids to win? Yes.
Yes.
Do I care about if they lose? Here's what I want them to do, and I've done this. I'm not a yeller. I don't, yeah,
I
unless
wouldn't
it's,
assume you would be.
unless it's positive.
Yep, I wouldn't assume
For
you would be.
example, there are some kids that I'm trying to teach them like how to attack the basket. You know, some kids are kind of passive and may not want to take a shot, which I find entirely, it's foreign to me. Because I never met a shot I didn't like.
But you accept that there are
I was
people with
ready to
differing life
shoot
than
at
you.
half court, I was like this. As soon as ball was up. So,
So you
but
weren't much of a pass offer.
I used to pass too. I did it all. I
You
found.
were the quintessential basketball
I was.
machine.
I was.
I see.
No, but my point is, if, for example, if there's some kids that I'm teaching to take it to the basket or look for a shot, and if I see them during a game where I see they have an opportunity to take it to the basket and don't, or they have a shot and pass it up, then I will say to them, take the shot, take it to the basket. You know, because a lot of that stems from a lack of confidence. So what
Which
I'm,
I don't think has ever been an issue for you, has it?
yes, it has.
Really?
I've been a very introverted and shy guy. I've always been afraid of failure. So,
And you picked this lifestyle? I believed him there for a minute. I need more cold medication. Kenny, where's my purse? I need my cold purse. My nose is starting to
no,
run,
and
and I'm
and
bleeding
I
it. Clearly, I'm-
attribute whatever measure of competitiveness I have to athletics. Would you forget?
I may have left my purse outside. I'm not panicking yet. Oh, no, I didn't.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I need a cold.
I thought that look on her face is like her M&M fell off the table.
I know.
Where my M&M go?
More importantly, I don't care about, I can cancel the credit cards, but my cigarettes are in there.
Yeah, cigarettes is one. I went to Winnebago to get those cheap smokes.
I was in Winnebago yesterday.
But let me
Brenda
finish.
said
We're
to say
talking about
hi.
basketball. I love talking basketball. No, so whatever measure of confidence or competitiveness that I've acquired over the years has been a result of athletics.
Not the
particularly I had one.
I would
you
like
ever-
to see a picture of it. Did you have the big glasses at
I
the
sure,
same
yeah, I
time?
did.
I had them too. I shouldn't mock you because it was the 80s. Big glasses were in.
What do you mean? I saw pictures of you too. You had the
I
big
was,
glasses.
oh God. Oh, that's right, at my dad's
Yeah,
funeral.
I know. Don't sit there and try to laugh at
Poor
me.
Ed, I was mortified. We're at his brother's funeral, and it's somber. It's a somber event, and they're playing the video, and they shoot up the 80s picture of Ed, and my entire row just went. We were all trying not to laugh out loud, and we're sitting behind him, and we're all going, roaring with laughter to see him in his 80s glasses. Then I
I had
remember
cool hair too, though, didn't I?
the mini mullet.
It's the poof kind of haircut.
Remember big hair
Don't
was
lie, you
in.
had one too, didn't you?
What year were you born?
Nobody really knows.
He's an old man. But anyway, sign up for basketball and I want to coach. I thought I shouldn't
Okay.
say that, huh?
I've got written down Pastor Bollinger, Ed volunteers. And he'll get you a gym.
Who am I kidding? No one's watching.
Ed
Right.
volunteers
remake.
and we'll get Jim.
Did you ever tell the story about the shimmels and why it was important on
Oh,
the
dear
show?
God,
Why, what was important?
Not a shimmer
What it
story.
meant, what it meant to especially like your generation. That
Go
they
ahead and
had-
tell that one. Did I tell that in class?
Yeah, yeah.
If he thought it was a good one, I would share it.
Was it about how my generation, no one had all
Well,
these
they
great,
went, yeah.
had all these great athletes, and I think I talked about that.
Did you? Oh, okay.
About when they were on here and everybody's rooting for
Oh,
the
yeah, you
Schimmel.
did. You did.
And I saw that as for all the great athletes, Indian athletes, that either tried going like me. I walked on for like 2 entire days, and didn't make it or didn't cut it and it wasn't worth it. And all the other Indian athletes who had the skills to, play Division I, Division II, whatever, college basketball, and for those various reasons didn't make it. But to see, those two girls playing on the national stage, that was the importance, and I don't think people understand that. So that's how come it's important to develop skills. I think basketball is a good way to, and athletics in general, are a way to provide the confidence and develop those competitive skills that are necessary to compete in the broader society. Look at her go.
You know what? I was sitting here thinking back of all my years with my dad. I remember maybe 2 Native American football players.
I was going to tie that, what you were talking about with this basketball league into your story, that I think that even still happens. There are plenty of good Indian athletes out there. It just doesn't always work out. And so there's the need for the basketball league, things like this, and good coaching. Somebody who can tell you how to throw elbows,
Yeah.
spikes every now and again.
Because, in life, you got to throw elbows every now and then. Figuratively. Look at you, what are you doing?
How many Native Americans play in the NBA,
0.
NFL, MLB, and NHL?
Major League and NBA,
NHL,
none.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Most of those
8,
are
9,
Canadians.
10,
Yeah.
11.
They're Canadians.
There's even Native, they are.
Does Java still play?
Major League
Let
Baseball.
me say, let's see if I can it without looking. You have Jabba Chamberlain, Jacoby Ellsbury,
Uh-huh,
Kyle Los.
Yeah,
that's it.
Is that 3?
that's
Yep.
it.
Okay. They're all pitchers.
There may have been a few NFL players, but I don't know who they were.
There's one that
Most
plays.
reports say there has never been a Native American NBA player.
No, but you have Sam Bradford, quarterback for the
Yeah,
St.
yeah,
St. Louis
yeah.
Rams.
Cherokee.
Where was he from? He was
No, he is
Yeah.
Cherokee.
He's definitely.
Yeah.
good. Mike, we have Bradford's.
Jeez, Cindy.
Whenever you say Cherokee,
I know.
no, I think all of us are conditioned for that.
I know.
And it's
So
it's
sad.
bad.
It is.
Draft 23rd.
There's-
Not since Sam Bradford has there been a Native athlete drafted out of the top rounds of the NFL's. Ooh, Sam Bradford is a very good-looking man, by the way. Ooh. Wow.
Sherman, like she's got a shot.
Right.
I know, but hey, I may be old, but I can still look.
That's about all.
Indian Country's Nathan Stanley, Brad
Without her glasses, she
Madison,
can't
and
look.
Tyler Bray all
Oh yeah,
went
Tyler Bray
undrafted.
went to Tennessee.
They were all undrafted, but were able to secure free agent contracts with NFL. Nathan Stanley is a member of the
Tahlequah.
Cherokee Nation. Brad Madison is a member of the Nez Perce tribe. Oh, my God.
What?
A member of the Nez Perce tribe signed his NFL free agent contract with the Kansas City Chiefs.
So did Tyler Bray, I believe.
He's a Potawatomi. He's the starting quarterback for the University of Tennessee Volunteers.
Tyler Bray.
I never even knew there was an NFL team that.
Well, no, that's a college team. he
Uh-oh.
was in.
According to draft scouts, off-the-field issues and maturity issues have damaged his draft stock.
Well, I cut some slack to, those that are on the free agent contract because they kind of have to go where. But anyway, I won't get into that anymore. But there's a couple.
Do you know that rant of yours has made you famous?
What do you mean it's made me famous?
It's made me, even, who was talking to me about it today? I don't remember who we were talking, but somebody said, just don't bring up mascots because you know what'll happen. I think we even laughed about it a little bit last night.
What do you mean
Mostly
made you
about you, and
famous?
the funniest
You won't
thing-
let me. You won't let me
The
replay it
funniest
or do
thing
anything
people
with it.
said about it was you and me's face while he was doing it. They
The
said,
RG3 one?
yeah,
I
they
wasn't
said when
here.
when he was using the N-word,
I wasn't here.
you were there.
I wasn't there.
Were you drunk? You were so there. You and
I
I were
wasn't
sitting
there.
there looking at each other going,
I wasn't
look
there.
it up. Look up the rant. Sherman was there.
I wasn't there.
I guess our faces were the funniest part of the whole thing.
Why was that bring you fame? Because of the way you looked?
Yeah.
You mean the
Because it
clueless
was
look
like,
that you had on your
no,
face?
it was like, shut the hell up look. You for the first time
It's
in
a
my
good
life.
rant. It makes
Did you
sense.
see that Mia Farrow now says that that child that supposedly hers was with Woody Allen is Frank Sinatra's?
How did
Little
that work
bit
its
of,
way?
What
little
does
bit
that
of
got to do
gossip.
with
thrown-
Indians?
That was the last thing that was up on my Facebook page.
Yeah, we had all the deals.
It did. It was the last thing that was up on my
Yeah.
thing.
It's like sitting next to Robin Williams in the cocaine days.
Did you see he's back on TV?
Uh-huh.
Is there a hairier man on the face of the earth than Robin Williams? He's got fur on the inside of his paws.
I gotta go.
This is Stream of Consciousness Radio.
I'm just looking at what's on. It is
How
It
much of
is
that
time for a
NyQuil
little
you've
breaky.
been dipping into?
much.
Mommy needs a breaky. Little breaky time.
What, Sherman
Let's
leaving
play
now?
some.
I got
Let's
to.
play
He's
some of
had
our Gary.
enough.
I've had enough.
Let's play some of our Gary Farmer music. Hey, brother Gary's ready to come
Are we
play.
gonna announce?
Let's announce. Let's announce
What
after we
time
come
is
back.
it?
Let's take a little mini break.
You mean a smoke break?
Uh huh.
All right, let's take a 10-minute break. Ordinarily, Cassie's Corner would be right now,
I know, Cassie.
so that we give.
You know what? Have you been feeling just like, even if you weren't sick, just like crazy burned out by this year already?
Well, it's been that way forever for me.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
That's why
We'll
I
be
figured
back
we
in
can stop
10.
doing it.
Welcome back to Native Honor Hours. We're just, who has iPads out there? Did you all download that new operating system? Why do they always have to make something new
I
and
heard it's
better?
really bad.
It really is.
You can go back and update it, can't you?
Can you?
I don't know.
It didn't give me an option. I turned on my iPad and it said updating to iOS 7. And I heard a lot of people's phones aren't working at all. It just,
I have no clue what they're talking about, Kenny.
I know what they're talking about.
I know you do, because you're a computer
It makes
nerd.
me happy because I don't like.
how are you
Apple.
doing in class? I only read and responded to one of your posts.
I only had one vote.
What class is this?
Kenny.
What class you taking?
First Nations.
First Nations.
Yes, with Michelle
Yeah.
Oh, you
Desmarais.
taking that one?
Yeah.
Mhm. It's a great class, it really is.
I'm not
This
a
is the
big
book we're reading for it.
I'm not a big discussion board.
Because you're an idiot. Both me and Helen had to take Kenny firmly in hand on the discussion. Helen, man, did you read hers? Helen wrote you like a 5-page response.
I like it.
I mostly just say, what the hell is wrong? I would say, what the hell is wrong with you, Kenny? But that might upset poor Michelle Desmarais. Did I say OMG to you? Are you the one I said? And some of those people, it's discussion board is amusing because you don't know them, so you can't look at their face, so you can't tell if they're being earnest or exactly what
Did she
it
tell you
is.
lots of love, Kenny? LOL.
She hates me.
Michelle? Oh, or me. You know I
Your
love
post,
you.
It was too angry.
Everybody hates you?
Everybody hates
No, I just reminded him that, here's what he says, his post, it's an anthropological piece and we're reading it, and Kenny says, I don't know if it's the way I was raised or not, but this doesn't make sense. And I said back, I think the key to the problem there is it's the way I was raised. This class is attempting to look at things from another point of view. So if you're only going to look at them from the way you were raised, I don't think you're getting the main point of the class. She's looking to look outside the box.
You know what I got out of all that, Kenny?
What?
She was smoking pretty heavily outside.
I will, I would even read it to you if it didn't violate the sanctity of our discussion boards.
Does it?
I don't know.
Well, some rules you have or something?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Mostly I'm taking these online classes so I can teach them. I am not using Joe Hogan's method. I am using Michelle Desmarais. My other class, I am taking Public Administration and Democracy. You have to read 2 chapters, write a paper about each chapter. You have to answer a discussion board question. Then you have to answer 3 other people's discussion board questions. Then you have to answer everything they say to you. And that's just your ordinarily weekly work without the 15-page paper, 6-page paper, and 4-page paper tossed in. And it's public administration. It's kind of political, but not. So it's real interesting for me to see where that line is. Because a public servant is supposed to do what's best for the whole country, the long view, not the political, I'm just
Kinda
doing
like
this till I
Congress,
get
huh?
elected. I think Congress should not be being paid right now. I think it's time for your generation to kick everybody in Congress out and start over
They always
fresh.
say that's not gonna happen.
Your generation is very apathetic. They really are. You
And
don't
ignorant.
vote, you don't show.
They don't
You get-
read.
Well, you know why? Because they get their news from Facebook. You can't get
Or
your
Jon
news from
Stewart.
Facebook. Yeah. Jon Stewart did say one interesting thing, though. I will give him credit for it. He said, never since the Civil War has the United States been so polarized.
Didn't I say that?
You did,
I've said that.
but he was cuter while he said it.
But they have to hear it from somebody else, not me.
It's sad but true. Your generation is, if you guys don't start standing up and voting, nobody can say
I don't want them to
anything.
vote.
I do.
Kenny, tell your generation not to vote.
Please vote.
Just to stay underground, playing-
If they don't know
playing their
anything,
simulated games and just stay doing that.
You know what scares me?
Here's generation.
Snow in South Dakota. It's snowing in the big SD. That means winter's coming, people.
Oh,
Anybody who do you watch Game of Thrones?
It's October. What do you think?
Winter is
Well,
coming.
shall we talk about big news?
I don't know what it might be, so go, you lead me out. Lead me.
Did we already officially announce Native Film Festival?
Oh, yeah, we announced last week, but let's give
No,
more
we said,
details.
I don't think we did the official one.
Okay, let's officially, dun, 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 dun,
You know that gives me a headache.
announce.
I'll let you.
Why?
I,
The University of Nebraska, Office of Multicultural Affairs, the Native Studies Department.
wait.
And,
How come we don't get first billing on this?
because I'm saying it, I told you,
Never mind, then I'll do it then.
I told you. Which one do you guys read, Social Stream or Facebook? I've switched over to Facebook, Wanda. I was reading our stream. Have you not been answering the stream? Wake
I
up.
haven't seen the stream.
Wake up and smell the coffee. Okay, there we
It's
go.
only Wanda. Wanda's the only one in our stream.
I love my picture, Wanda. Anyway, the University of Nebraska at Omaha, Office of Multicultural
Native
Affairs,
American Studies.
Native American Studies, and Intertribal Student Council are
Why?
proud.
Wait. Why does Intertribal Student Council get credit for this?
$5,000.
All right.
Okay. Would like to announce there will be a 3-day film festival in the Big O on
Native Film Festival.
Native Film Festival. See, you should have said it.
I thought by now you would know how to do this.
I don't. So, we
And who's
are.
going to be our big guests?
Shasuke Spencer,
Plural.
Ben
Shasuke
the Werewolf
Spencer.
on Twilight. I should probably watch it, but I can't bring myself to watch Twilight.
I can't either.
I just can't.
You've seen it, haven't you, Kenny?
I was gonna one time, but I looked forward.
Yeah, okay.
Boy, you know what? Those Ricolas are making my eyes water. I don't know how you could possibly keep going the radio show. I'm
What are?
sitting next your Ricola. The menthol from your Ricola is wafting over here. My eyes are
Well,
watering.
good.
a
Finally,
little
there's
bit.
something
My
wafting
nose.
over there that I have to deal with your cigarette smoke all the
Do you
time.
really want to be with me if I don't smoke?
I don't know.
Ed, if you would see me 2 days without a cigarette, you would be buying me a pack and putting it in my fingers. One time I quit, and like 4 days into it, I went into the bathroom and there was a pack of cigarettes on the counter with one pulled out. My kids had it. They feared for their tiny little lives. They'd rather mom die of lung cancer than beat them to death because she's not smoking.
We're going to have a Native Film Festival.
Yes, we are.
Our
Pretty
special guests are going to be Shasuke Spencer, my bro Gary Farmer.
Chris
They're
Marshall.
going to be here for Winter in the Blood. What was that, the Toronto Film Festival grand prize winner or something?
I don't know.
Winter in the Blood,
I'm going to look at what other films we have here so we can announce them.
and then we're having the other Shasuke Spencer movie, Screaming Secrets.
I'm looking right now.
Is that it?
Uh,
I think it's
I don't even remember my name most days.
Screaming Secrets or Shouting Secrets, something to do with secrets. And Sterling Hardrow.
I'm not sure about Sterling Harjo,
I
so
thought
let's
he
keep
was.
that. I think he may have had, hold on, let me look at this email.
Barking Waters. And
I'm
Chris
looking,
Marshall
I'm looking, I'm
will
looking.
be, he told us he's almost done with that.
Because poor Chris Marshall, I told him, I said, we need it by the second or third week of October, absolutely. He thought I said the second or third of October, so he's been going without sleep.
Well, that's good because then
Working on it.
they can preview it and we're gonna debut the film.
You bet we are.
And he said we're all over the film
Oh, you and me?
as executive. He said our title is the executive producers.
The
You know, we can add that to our resume
Andrew
now.
Smith,
Executive
the
producer.
the director of Winter in the Blood is able to make it to the screening as well. So so far, we have Chris Marshall, Gary Farmer, Shasuke Spencer, and I'm not sure about Sterling Harjo. Is that the not able to attend?
It looks like it.
So it looks like Sterling Harjo is not, but I would like to point out that we will be having 12 people come in. 12.
It'd be an amazing event.
S-
I think someone ought to film this. No, film the film
Film the
festival.
film festival.
Yeah, in documentary form.
I've updated the line item for Sterling Harjo and replaced him with Chris Marshall. And we will be having the movie Shouting Secrets. Andrew Smith is coming. Have you talked to your brother Gary?
I got an email saying that they had to redo his plane schedule or something, so apparently they did, and he's coming.
Yay.
But my bro Gary, we're gonna have a.
Have you asked your bro Gary? Are you advertising
I think
Gary
they
without
did.
pre-asking?
Star-studded, Kenny.
I don't think so,
Native
because he
star
sent me his stuff for you to, I told him, I think my exact quote was, "We're having a film festival and little Eddie would like you to come play."
What does he call me?
Uncle Eddie.
Something like that. But is that your bro Gary?
Yes, look at, before we bring him, somebody needs to buy some duct tape
For
to
what?
fix his glasses.
No, he'd be fine. I still think we have his jacket.
We better, maybe we better order a shirt his size, just in case.
So we're having, it's gonna be all over the place. It'd be cool.
But here's what we're hoping. The first night, we're pretty actually, I would go as far as to say we are in Joslyn. The first night will be at Joslyn. The second day will be at the University of Nebraska at Omaha. And the third day, there's every possibility that the third day will be at Exarban.
I thought
you
the second day
imagine?
was at Exarban.
No, I think it's the third day.
All right.
That's
What
what
do
I
I know?
think. Also, another fun thing UNO is doing is they are making a public service announcement against mascots.
OPS?
You've done the intro work yesterday, did you not?
Yeah, I guess you can call it
Went and
that.
talked to them about mascots so
I
they know what
did.
they're doing? And I'm meeting up with them at 9 o'clock Saturday morning in Elmwood Park.
I'm supposed to be there too. It's gonna be raining.
I know.
Raining and 50 degrees
Which means you and I will oversee from the office.
for my car.
Because you know what else Saturday is? We go straight from there to Circle of Grandmothers that you are hosting in your office. Are you going to stop by and get well-fed?
No, I'll give you the keys.
Okay, okay.
I've got a date with my girlfriend over there. You see that?
Well, how come you don't come to the Circle of Grandmothers? You're a grandmother of natives. We certainly want you. We've invited you on numerous occasions. Neither is Wanda, and she is happily there every time. You've raised native children and native grandchildren. You are. I swear to God, when my dad died, he thought he was an Indian. He couldn't understand why he was not getting a Cobell check. So, yeah, so you live with an Indian long enough, you poor thing. You come to Grandmother's Circle.
You know, that Cobell has placed per cap. Remember how it was, you getting your per cap? You gonna get your per cap? Now, so you getting a Cobell? When's my Cobell coming in?
People are starting to get pretty upset about the Cobell
When
settlement.
this
Checks
go-
were supposed to be out by
And this
September.
government shutdown isn't helping any,
You know,
a
that
lot of Indians will be mad.
Actually, it's the natives who are really suffering the worst in this shutdown. I am friends with the Rosebud tribe and the Oglala tribe. Both tribal presidents are keeping the Indian health open, but nobody's getting paid for work.
Take out some of that $1 billion money they got.
We can't, we were too busy loaning it to the Oglala to buy some land. I love it that there's finally no Oglala in the room. Everywhere we go, there's Oglalas. We are totally Oglala'd. We are Oglala'd out at our university. Yes, we are.
You know, so are we done talking about the film festival already?
No, I don't know. Here's the thing. Vision Makers Media is doing 90% of the lifting on this. We're just paying through the nose, teeth, and tears.
It's like a turnkey operation.
Yes. You know what I would like, though? Wouldn't it be nice if we learned how to do it so we
No.
could do it ourselves? I could do it.
No.
No, never mind. I thank God for Vision Makers Media. I really do. I would have no idea how to negotiate contracts for films, would you?
Well, I can negotiate contracts, but I don't know what the standard rates are.
And they probably have an Indian rate that they wouldn't give us.
No.
Oh my gosh, Montana's getting bad snow, people. Get your boots out, Nebraska. It's a-coming.
No, we're gonna get rain on Saturday.
I wonder what they're going to do if it rains.
I would hope that they would postpone it.
Well, you know, we better ask Miss Sarah. I'm writing that down. What if it rains, Sarah?
Because I really don't want to be there if it's rainy and cold.
Oh, I won't be. I'm sick. That would be the final straw that would put me straight in the hospital with pleurisy or pneumonia.
I'll call Sarah and tell her that she'll be there.
Don't laugh
Yep.
at him. It just eggs him on. Kenny Allen is wolf teacher, Chumani Tutanka. Nope, that's just wolves. Those aren't werewolves.
I thought it was his Twilight.
What is wolf in Omaha? It's Chumani Tutanka in Lakota.
Krafka.
I am a wolf. I'm an oldest daughter of a daughter. I'm a wolf. Sarah's a wolf. My
Well,
grandson has decided his spirit animal is the cheetah.
good as any.
Mhm.
Better than most.
The other one's a buffalo.
Well, are we done talking about the film festival?
No, go ahead. if
It's
you
going to
have
be
more.
huge.
I know.
And you know what the
I'm
best? You know what the
excited. I
best
am
thing about
super-
it is for our not just our native
Oh.
community, but our community in general.
Let me tell one good thing about Ed, and it's only because I've had cold medication, but because of
One good.
Ed Zendejas, the film festival will be free to the public. There will be no cost to get in. The films will be free. I just.
Pictures, autograph with the stars.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I remember our meeting. They said, "Well, how much are you going to charge?" For
You know, we
admission?"
may have to have security for Shotskate. The girls are all a Twitter. Yesterday I was in Winnebago and I told the girls about it. They're
Twitter?
ready to walk. They'll walk down here if they have to.
Twitter?
Brenda won't.
That's okay.
I thought it was Agog.
That's where.
A Twitter.
A
The girls
flitter?
were a Twitter. Mhm. They were a Twitter with excitement. This Shotskate
Oh, is that
Spencer's
Twitter
big.
pated?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. They're all Twitter-pated about Shotskate
Okay.
Spencer. You know what? We better not tell anybody where we're putting them up. All we need is 300 Native girls storming the Marriott Hotel. We'll be kicked off campus.
I thought it was a travel lodge down on 40th.
That's it, Travelodge, 40th.
No, it's gonna, what, 14 movies?
I don't know.
Something like that, and they're all really good movies.
You know, we
Kenny.
really just had to kind of let go of the reins on this, which is hard for us because it's always you
That's
and
not
me
hard for
planning everything. It's been kind of
What was
nice.
another movie besides Winter in the Blood? Shouting Secrets and what else?
Shouting Secrets, Barking Waters.
Let me go back. Maybe I can find it.
Was that
There was an
Navajo
email.
Runner?
Desert Cathedral?
Huh?
Desert Cathedral?
Can you get on Ed's email?
Hold on, I'll look. I think I've got it.
Oh, all I have to do is,
No, I don't think I can. I'm smart enough
I
to
got
pull
it.
up the attachments. Well, I'll let you guys figure that out.
I'm looking right now.
But the director of and the stars are gonna be there. It's huge, Kenny.
Were you telling me something about John Free?
Uh-huh.
Were you telling me something about John Free?
Oh, he opened up in class the other day.
Oh, my gosh.
He told me he didn't have opinion about something, and then he ended up spending the next 45 minutes of class telling everybody his opinion. And it was an epic day in class, because the rest of the, after he did this, but I don't have an opinion on that. And the class just blew up laughing, because he'd spent the better part of the class expressing an opinion about something.
It says this type of attachment cannot be opened on the iPad.
But we'll post on Native Honor
As soon
Hour.
as soon as we get any confirmation, I guess we're having, I feel really bad. We put together a committee and there's just absolutely nothing for anybody to do.
No, there are gonna be some things to do, because I think we need to, schedule like, the panel, who's gonna,
They've got all that. That's a done deal.
well, let's find out tomorrow what they're gonna be doing. But as far as the movies,
Who would be qualified to be on a panel from our end?
me?
You're not
Kenny?
a filmmaker.
What do you mean? I'm an executive producer of,
You are not.
Wounded Knee,
You are, I'm
40
telling you
years
right now,
later.
you are not qualified to sit on any film panel.
I was on a panel with my brother Gary last year.
And
I
look
moderated
what
the panel.
you did.
It was epic.
And look what you did. You are grounded from any kind of
NPR
panels.
thought it was great. They rebroadcast it.
They did not.
They did too.
When you
I had people call me and tell me.
you weren't in.
I was listening to NPR the other day and I heard you. Oh, that was a great interview.
Oh,
I liked how you had Gary Farmer open up about his personal movie stories.
that he
but-
was too fat to ride on a horse?
Yeah.
That's what we were thrilled about?
They were thrilled about it.
I think Gary Farmer is a fine-looking young man, and I would appreciate if you didn't pick on his weight. I'm over that. You stay off my little Gary's back. Gosh, I love you just the way you are, Gary.
Anyway,
I would never dream of picking on you, Gary, so when you come back, if you don't want to play with Ed, I totally understand why.
our film festival is going to be an amazing 3 days. And we need-
Amazing. Do you realize how amazing? When is the last film festival in Omaha been?
Never.
Yeah. Who's bringing it
First
to them?
one?
Ed
We are.
Zendajas.
Who?
I lost your last name. Zandajas. Ed Zandajas.
Ooh. Then she hacks up a lung.
I might be dying. I'm not sure I'm not.
All right, so I think they're going to have plenty of opportunity for the community to come out and
And we're
meet.
going to have kids' films on Saturday morning, so there's something for everybody.
I was thinking, do we have to feed people?
Here's going to be the issue. It's going to be at Joslin the first night, so no. Nothing is really allowed there. At Exarban, you got your things, so it's just going to be that one day at UNO, which is why we need to decide where to have it, because we can't bring anything from the outside. What if they charge us $4 for a bag of popcorn?
Who?
UNO.
Well, they charge us $5 for a bottle of water. You buy that.
I know. So what are we going to do about that?
That's how the committee figured out. So are you going to show up, Kenny?
Where's that?
Listen, what's that?
No,
Look at that. He's hedging.
He's scared to be around the Indians.
Are you?
Mhm.
No, just hang with us, man. You'll be all right. As soon as they find out, oh, that's Kenny? Kenny of the radio show? Shoot, you'd be as big as Choskey Spencer.
yeah, everybody would know.
All the girls coming after you.
All you have to do is wear that wolf shirt. Maybe they'll think
You
you're
don't
famous.
you don't want to hang with Choskey Spencer?
Is there gonna be food?
See, there may
Listen
not
to
be.
him.
There may not be food.
There may not be food.
For
May
what we're
not be.
paying these guys, shoot, they can buy their own food.
Yeah, right on. We're not charging people to get in. Put some popcorn in your purse, bring it in.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fill your purse up with Reese's and
Yeah.
You'll be
It's
fine.
horrible to say, but when I take the grandkids to the movie, we pit stop at Walgreens first. Grandma would rather die than pay $4 for a box of candy. even for my grandchildren, and I love them way more than I love their parents.
Pop some popcorn, put it in those sandwich bags.
Yeah, we're not checking purses.
Yeah, just bring your own stuff.
The last movie we saw at the Joslin, you hid from, it was that movie of us eating nonstop through an entire movie. You hid. That
I'm out
trip
of
did
town.
not come out until right before, here's where we're going to show the film. It's like, I'm out of town.
I had no
Just
problem
get my
watching
free
it.
gifts. You would have if you were sitting there and listening to everybody mock us and laugh at us right out loud. Even my own
Like
daughter.
you're not, that's something that's never happened to you before.
And that's different how?
Yeah, but
I was mortified. Me and Cassie, I think Cassie left halfway through.
no, she didn't.
She did. Her baby girl was not happy. But it was mortifying. First of all, you don't really realize how old you are until you see your face 8 feet tall on a screen. Every wrinkle, your nose, oh my God, there were about 12 shots where we all saw right what's going on, right up your nose.
So
And
what?
it did not look tiny on screen.
She can't hurt me.
Oh, every time, and
I'd be looking cool,
this,
man.
and this
Look
was
at
always
that.
it. This was always it.
I'm gonna start braiding them nose hairs pretty soon, like this, Kenny.
At least you don't ask community members to trim it for you.
Why? You scroll it out, let it be free.
That was my favorite Carrie Farmer story.
All right, so well, hopefully we're gonna start promoting that.
It'd
I
be
think-
nice if we could get some posters, save the date.
I think tomorrow is our final, what's that, pre-meeting where we can officially, I think we're kind of jumping the gun here.
No, we said yes. We said firm it. And
Yeah,
the last
I
one,
know,
we said
but
go.
I know, but we haven't, this is the unofficial, official announcement.
Do you think they're going to want to do a big announcement?
Yes, they do things upright, unlike, some
They
rinky-dink
have
little
money.
radio show.
They
Yeah, I
have
know.
money. If someone would give us money, hey, are we going to do, how about the day that it's at UNO? We just set up the table outside and do a off and on radio show and then splice it all together and have a show.
Hey, maybe we can, hey, Kenny, up for doing a radio show, Choskey Spencer? Hey, you know what, I think that'll put us on the map.
I know.
I think we ought to do a radio show, Choskey Spencer.
Would you be offended if only I
With
talked
the
to her?
producers of the radio show, too. The director,
Who's the director?
whoever that guy was.
Of the
that's
radio
coming.
show. I was like, Kenny is directing us? Because you're doing a crappy job if you're directing us.
Go!
I'm just saying. He just
Kenny
sits and
just
laughs
sets
at
up the
you.
camera, then he starts eating his sandwich.
Every once in a while, when you went on your tiny little rant, Kenny's eyes got a little bit smaller, and then he just kind of leaned back, and we all.
Kenny,
just
you
said, okay.
you weren't upset or anything
We've
about that
lost
rant, were
the
you?
director.
It had
I
no
think we
phase
were
on you,
shocked.
did it?
Yeah, it phased. Were you a
Did
little
it, Kenny?
shocked? Tell the truth.
I thought it was good. I liked it.
But were you shocked?
Maybe a little bit.
See,
A little bit.
you shocked me, and do you know how
It's a good
shock-proof?
shock.
I work with these students. Do you know how shock-proof I truly am? And I couldn't recover either. I kept thinking, shut your mouth and interrupt him, shut your mouth and interrupt him, and I just sat there like this. That's all I did. Your
We
entire
have that
rant.
show somewhere.
It's mortifying.
Do
It
we?
is mortifying. I
think we
and
ought,
all I said was, I don't think we should be picking on other unrepresented people. What? That was all I could think of. I couldn't think, I just was thinking, you're fired.
she was agog.
The feds are coming, something's going on here. I don't know what to say. I had absolutely no response. I could not respond, Kenny.
But it was well thought out and a reasoned and rational rant, wasn't it, Kenny?
No, you know what?
In
That is
context.
the only thing that you get carried away with. But yes, you definitely get carried away.
In context.
You get carried away.
I was right, wasn't I?
But you get carried away. But what I don't like is that we pick on other, if you could think of something about white people, that would be much better.
No, but it came from, that's why I was totally in context. It came from
Uh-oh, he's getting serious.
RG3.
When I go like this, cut.
Who was in a position and who made a specific remark and statement
at the risk of sending you over the edge.
Let's talk about the film
careening,
festival.
Did you see the new T-shirt where it's half the Washington Redskin face and half R2D2's?
No, I didn't.
Yes.
I don't care.
R2D2.
Yes, that's what I'm going to call him. He doesn't deserve enough respect for me to learn his name. And you know what? When he's 50 years old and has spent all his money and can't walk, then he'll pay.
Well, should we finish up with the film festival?
Yeah, let's do.
November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
Is that it for sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Da, 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 da.
Da.
Do we
And
have to
we're-
go to the whole thing?
I don't know if I can. You can.
What?
What?
Yes is the answer to that question.
I have a moral dilemma.
I know Sunday is a big day for you, but this is your job.
No, listen to this. Not only that, but Winter in the Blood is an R-rated movie.
I don't care if you sit outside, but your butt's going to be in the building. Just so you know. You will be there. I don't. You
Ask my
s-
girlfriend
You
if I'm gonna be
watched Real Engines. You saw.
I wasn't informed
You
about
saw an
that.
8-foot long penis. What if you've survived that? You can certainly survive whatever's happening in Winter
We
in
were
the Blood.
traumatized by that.
Unless, what if Gary Farmer is naked?
That's Naked in Winter in the Blood.
You said it's R-rated. How do we know? How do we know we're not going to see a butt cheek or two?
I think if they're going to show a butt, it's probably going to be Choskey Spencer and not Gary Farmer. I think
Let's
the whole
ask
goal
him.
is to generate revenue.
Should we ask him on Facebook? Will you be showing your hiney in this movie? Ed wants to know why it's rated R.
Is it you or
Is there full-
Choskey that we're going to see naked?
Please, God, Shoskay.
I'm sure you want to get a gander at his legs again. How much time we have left in the show? Because I only have 2 more cough drops left.
I know, your cough drops are...
20 minutes.
So,
I called my daughter and I said, are you going to drop the dogs off before you go to work? And she says, yeah, I'll just leave them outside. I said, Sarah, you can't leave my dog outside. She says, Mom, I don't have your dog. I think I'm losing it. I do.
so
think
am I
have
going to be there the whole time?
Yes. Here's what we'll do. I'll ask them at what point there is any dirtiness, and we'll just send you out of the room.
According to the synopsis of the movie, it's pretty much the whole movie.
I think.
Is it
you know
really?
what? I've got the book. Do you want the book? It's
I've
short.
read the book.
Is it like that?
That's been like 40 years since I read that book.
Well, then you can be there for sure for the kids' movie.
Yeah, I'll be there for the kids' movies, but I don't know about the Winter in the Blood, all the, I don't know.
Oh, you'll be there. Or else they'll talk about you, and then I'll get in a fight, and we'll both be unemployed.
What are they going to talk about me for?
Ed's not here. Look at him. He's too big to come to the film festival. They talk, no matter what we do, they talk about it.
That's why I don't care.
I wish I would get to you are much healthier in that sense than I am.
What do you
The
mean?
stuff when the community or faculty, administrators, whatever, when they say unkind or mean things, I still take it personally. You don't at all. You're like, I don't care. Let them say what they want. I don't care.
I've worked for a tribe before.
Thank God I haven't. I don't think I'm tough enough.
I've been escorted off the res by the police before.
You know they do that here, don't you? You know, if either one of us gets fired, security escorts us out. That's why I only have one little box of personal things in my office. So when they escort me out, I won't have to take long to pack.
No. Doesn't bother me.
You're much healthier than I am. I really admire that about you. I still get angry.
You know what else is coming up?
What?
We have our Chancellor's Cabinet,
October what, 14th?
14th. That doesn't mean much
Oh,
to
and did
our
you see we're
audience here.
invited to dinner afterwards?
Yeah. No.
It's on you. I told Cassie I was sure you'd pick up the tab for everybody. No, I didn't.
No. But anyway, here's
the thing. I don't know about you, but after the Chancellor's Cabinets, I don't necessarily want to visit. I'm ready to go home. I've done my work for the year.
No, we need to schmooze.
I work, which is why I never want to be a director of anything. I'm comfortable with the students. I'm good with the kids. I'm not great at schmoozing.
What do you
I'm
mean
good
you're
at
mean?
it. I'm good
You're
at
mean
it
to the
because I'm
students.
I'm a coach's daughter. I was recruiting when you were still walking around in diapers.
Yeah, probably true.
Yep.
Hey, shall we tell them what's going on with South High School?
Yeah.
And we've expanded our sphere of influence.
Our sphere of influence.
We have. We're reaching out to.
He's firing on all cylinders
of
today.
Of some other.
Those
actually-
Ricolas must have opened things up
Yeah,
in the brain
you know how many,
too.
you know how many schools we're working with right now?
Ricola.
South, Northwest, Bryan, Walt Hill, Winnebago. Man, that's a lot. I
And
mean, we're talking about directly.
I am going to start attending some of the student meetings at Central. I don't know
We've
what's
done-
going on at North, though. I don't know who the new, have you met the new counselor?
No.
Me either.
No.
Who's taking care of our babies at North High?
Mm.
You know, every time I leave Winnebago or leave one of the high schools, I think I should be a high school teacher.
No, not me.
I do.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoy going down south, and yesterday at Northwest was an experience,
Uh-huh.
and Brian,
Those kids, they just need someone who believes in them. You know what my grandma used to say? There's no such thing as a bad kid. And that has stuck with me my whole life. You know what,
you know what my grandmother told me?
what?
There's no such thing as a bad kid, only a kid that needs to be thrown in jail.
My grandma would have never said that. She was a saint.
No.
She was, and she raised us to all believe that. I was watching for that class with Michelle Desmarais, this Native American artist was talking about how no one ever told him, look in the mirror, you're beautiful just the way you are. And I think that might be what's wrong with a lot of our kids today. Nobody tells these kids, everybody tells them what's wrong with them. Here's what's wrong with your generation. Here's what's wrong with you. Here's
That's what
what's
they did at
wrong,
Northwest.
wrong,
I was
wrong.
telling them what they did wrong.
See, that's wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong, wrong, wrong. Everybody needs to tell these kids you're beautiful and I see the good in you. And sometimes you have to look a little harder and sometimes you have to look a little longer, but it's there. And that's my talent, seeing that goodness and making them believe they can do it here. Do you realize how many kids we have coming in this year? It's amazing. It's a steady in-stream of students. I've got a young man who is finishing up at Wayne State next semester and coming straight here.
You know, I went to Brian and I walked in and I saw Natalia.
Uh-huh.
She come up to me and all smiling and,
Isn't she a sweet girl?
oh, she is. And she said, oh, I went to UNO the other day with some other group.
Uh-huh.
And she said, I was looking for you on campus. I said, you and Cindy. They said, yeah, they
I was there
they
the
said,
whole day.
They said that you weren't in or something like that. And she said, well, I want to find, so she was really excited to come and find me, which made me feel good.
Well, they had, what was that man's name? He was on our radio show.
Howard Rayner.
Howard Rayner. They were here all day from 9 till 3. All
Well,
those kids.
So they were, yeah, we had a crowd full of them that day.
That
But
Natalia's
but
a special
we also
girl.
also met some other kids down there, and I think they had like 8 kids there, and I found out I was related to like 4 of them. She's writing down another note.
Yes.
So it was a good time
You
down
know,
at Brian.
that's good because they love that. When they figure out they're related to you, they are thrilled.
You know what the great thing about that is? They don't know what a detriment that is to them.
And how lucky that they don't. How terribly, terribly lucky. The kids love you. You know, you put up with a lot more than I would ever put up with people. But the kids love you. I don't know why. I've attempted to figure it out. It's been next to impossible, but I don't know why.
I think I might make it with this one more.
Ricola.
When this Ricola is
You're
in
not
the show
supposed to
out.
do that, you know.
What?
Eat them one after another.
Who said?
The package.
Like I
There
read
is
packages.
a limit that you're supposed to have on a daily basis, and I think you
And
just did it
apparently I
on the
haven't
show.
reached it.
You know what's good though? That Pepsi. Keep drinking that. It eats the acid in the
The
pop.
what?
Eats that icky stuff up.
Pepsi?
Uh huh.
Of course.
I've been drinking. I'm just trying to flush it all through. I'm just keeping the liquids in and out. But I'm at that age where if I drink after 6 p.m., I'm getting up in the middle of the night. So since I've been sick and been drinking a lot every hour on the hour.
Kenny's over there, you can read his face. TMI.
Do you know what's on in the middle of the night? Dick Van Dyke Show. Do you remember that show?
Yeah, when he comes and trips over.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
And
classic.
Bewitched. Do you remember Bewitched?
Yeah, but I don't like the new Darren.
I never liked the new Darren either.
It's gotta be the
Which
old
one was
Darren.
gay? The old one? He died of AIDS, right? And the Brady Bunch dad turned out to be gay? I wanted to belong to the Brady Bunch so badly when I was growing up. Do you remember that show? They were always happy. No one ever chased one of the kids around the table with a Hot Wheels track. No.
No one had a skillet put upside their head.
Yeah. No one got chased up a tree by their mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Alice didn't chase him
That, or
around,
do you remember who were the
spanking
ones?
him with the coffee cord.
Yeah. Who were the ones that were on the bus? The family?
Partridge Family.
The Partridge Family. I thought that would be super cool too. And I was going to marry David Partridge.
You and
Thank God I didn't. See him as he got older. Ooh,
I kind of see you more as a Danny Bonaducci follower.
that hurt me.
Or what was the manager's name? Mr. Kincaid.
Mr. Kincaid.
I see you as
Do you
more
know what?
as a Mr. Kincaid groupie.
I either read or watched a documentary on that show or something. Mr. Kincaid was the only one who really hung in there with Danny Bonaducci. His mom or his dad was very physically abusive. And Danny Bonaducci would come to set with black eyes and bruises all over his body. So that Mr. Kincaid, whoever was the actor, started just taking that kid home with him on weekends to protect him from his dad. So, I really admire him.
See, you're a Kincaid groupie.
I'm a Kincaid groupie. No, if you think, please don't anybody ever read Shirley Jones's autobiography if you liked that show.
Why?
Because she had a fling with one of her children. Not her, Florence Henderson, who was the Brady Bunch mom.
Yeah, Florence Henderson.
Yeah. Flo.
With
and-
Greg.
Yeah.
She actually slept with him?
And another one, there's another one of those mothers, Shirley Jones is writing hers, and I guess it's just filthy. About what she liked
shall we
to
talk,
do and
we
stuff.
haven't talked about, shall we go on to, what do we call it, Knucklehead of the Week?
Yes. Ooh.
I got one for you.
I got a better one.
Who? No, mine would be,
Dancing with the Stars. Monica, if there's any way you could pull one of them, they were dancing last night. One of them was Tonto, and one of them was Sexy Indian Hoochie Mama. Yes, let me see if I can pull it up. Yes, Dancing with the Stars is getting a strongly worded email when I get home. Yep, Tonto. He wore the mask of Tonto and everything too.
no, that would be the Lone Ranger.
The Lone Ranger. And she was Tontette.
Tanta?
Tata.
Tante.
Dancing with the Stars. One of the kids, our kids do listen, because one of the kids came in and said, no, Valerie Thompson, my office worker, came in and told me about it and said, you have to watch it, and made me watch it on the thing, and I agreed. It was the worst thing I've ever seen. Okay. Bill Nye, the science guy, got ejected. I'm sure we're very...
Like, that was surprising.
I know. Okay, relive the dances.
So, you want mine while you're doing that?
Yes.
The family that took that Cherokee girl back.
You know what? Do you think someone's given them money?
And they sued
The dad.
the dad for attorney fees for like $500,000. So I don't think knucklehead is a good enough word for them.
No. You know what's really sad? That poor little girl. That poor little girl was once again ripped away from people she loved and put back somewhere else. My guess is in 15 years, we're going to be reading that little girl got arrested.
And they ought to do something to those people that did that.
What, Ed? What can we do? What could anybody do? Because you know what? I guess Native Americans are the only ones in America who don't deserve justice. I guess we just learned, hold on, I'm trying to wind, there we go. I guess we learned in America who gets justice, white people with money. That's who get justice, not us.
I'm not gonna argue too much with you on that one.
It
So have
makes
you
me
pulled up
sick.
that dance yet?
I'm pulling.
I don't even know if you
Hold
can,
on a minute. Yeah, I can.
you can show it on our radio show.
I don't know. I'm gonna
So who
pull it
would
up.
win after that? That Copa Biancos or the Tanta and Lone Ranger dancers?
Okay, it's coming up here. Hold on. I just need to figure out how to pause it.
Better hurry, because I'm on my last,
Ricola. Boom,
let me see.
boom. Hold on. a
Oh
minute.
my goodness,
I'm trying to stop it.
go back.
I'm trying to.
That was hideous.
Wasn't that unbelievably bad? It won't go back, Ed. We'd have to replay the whole thing. I'm trying to rewind it back. See?
Why do they do that? They continue to do that.
So we have to watch the whole thing? Okay, I'm gonna try and push pause while it's on then. Let's see if we can do it on this. See the scores, relive the dances. I just want that one again.
Well, who's gonna win, Kenny?
Who's gonna win what?
Knucklehead of the,
In a very real and serious life way, you win, because
I know.
that is the worst thing that has, it's a slap in the face to every Native American in America, a slap directly in each of our own places. What the government is saying is we're not good enough to raise our own children. But this is right up there with Johnny Depp and Tanta.
that's on a different kind of ignorance level.
See, this new iOS 7.0.
Now she just lost all of
Oh,
it.
there we go. This new iOS 7.0 is just horrible. And we did, no, wait a minute, maybe they're right after this. That Valerie Harper's on it, she's got brain cancer, and there we go.
Oh, there it is.
And look at her. The slutty Indian outfit, yes.
Who's the?
You
who's
can
the-
watch the full episode, I guess, watch
Who's the
online.
celebrity?
I don't know, I don't watch that show. Recaps, photos, maybe there's a photo of it. I don't watch Dancing with the Stars, it's kind of boring. Because, it's not like any of them are really famous.
Well, I mean, they're kind of either waning in fame, hoping to make a comeback, or
Yeah.
some kind of athlete or something like that.
Well,
Trying
I
to
will
change
attempt
careers.
to figure out how to get it up, because I would love to see the pictures.
Well, having said that, we're about at the end of our
Yes, we
cough drop
are.
here.
And we're at the end of our Corbin's Quick Step? No. Maybe they've already taken it down.
No, I kept it up already. Well, we'll see you next week.
Yes, we
And
will.
hopefully we'll have more details for you on the film festival, but we need to start hyping that. I think it'll sell itself.
Well, I wish we would get, what we need, because I know generally we would have something out, at least a save the date, kind of, guess what's coming, da-da-da-da-da. But I saw that they wrote in money in the budget for posters and that kind of thing. So, God forbid we should spend any of our money if we don't have to.
That's right. No,
Well,
that
I
is our
guess-
money we're spending.
Yeah, in a very real way, your money. Monica, Ed's personally writing checks,
No,
just
that's,
so you
that's
know.
ours. It's coming out of what we're doing at Winnebago.
I know, so nobody can say anything to us about how we're
That's
doing
right.
it. Right on.
They want to complain about it?
Call Brenda Conway.
Talk to Cindy. No.
If you watch Game of Thrones, I am your hand. I am the hand.
All right.
Mhm.
Well, we'll see you next week, and hopefully we'll have, I have more sponsors than you.
So long, farewell, of
Get us outta here,
saying
Kenny.
goodbye.